Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Stranger Things. Last time on Stranger Things, as I quickly ouch. So much for quickly adjusting the camera. Last time on Stranger Things, we had the Pollywog, where we pretty much, the kids had some hijinks with the Pollywog, and it was revealed that this is probably the thing that will spit up at the end of the first season. And yeah, Dustin is now keeping it concealed and hiding it from everyone because he wants to keep it, and which is a stupid idea. Meanwhile, Will is like absorbing the kaiju from the Upside Down. I don't even know what happened there. 11 left the house and Hopper is out looking for her. Nancy and Jonathan are doing some stuff with Barb's parents. They might tell them what happened to Barb. We're not sure, but yeah, that's basically that. It's time for the whole spoiler spiel where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's keep the comment section to this episode and episodes I have reacted to. And yeah, that's basically that. Let's get right into episode 4 of Stranger Things. Here we go. Okay guys, cutting it a bit right here. If you're watching this, well, you're seeing this right now, you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. This particular episode of Stranger Things has been blocked by copyright a couple times. And I've tried my best to really get through and just upload it without any problems. But YouTube and Netflix are just not letting me get this particular episode up. So what I'm going to do is actually something different. You may notice that this video is technically called a review, not a reaction. That's because the reaction part is not going to be in this episode at all. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys somewhere else if you want to watch me react to this episode of Stranger Things. If you go down in the description, you will find a link to, like, I think Vimeo, I think is what I'm going to go with. And you'll just go there. It's just the 10-minute clip of me talking about Stranger Things. You can go there, you can watch it, you can have a good time, you can see me get scared at Stranger Things, because I do. And then you can come back here, and if you come back to this video, once I stop talking in this little clip, you come back and you can watch my discussion at the end of the video. So pretty much this is what I'm going to do for just a couple episodes, not too many, but just as a way to get around the copyright thing and still give my reactions in full. So yeah, you can click down in the description to watch the reaction, or if you have watched that already, then you can just chill out for another few seconds and you will see my complete discussion. So thank you all for understanding. I'm sorry that I have to do this to you, but copyright happens. This is what all reactors have to go through. So yeah, check out the reaction in the description. That's the end of the episode. Jeez, man. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna do the discussion, but please give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom. But yeah, so that's out of the way. Now we can talk about Stranger Things. Man, this keeps getting crazier and crazier, man. Alright, got my notes. I wrote down feeling. When Will was describing the shadow creature is what... The shadow, as they're kind of calling it. I still kind of want to call it the kaiju, but shadow works too. That's interesting because I guess it is different from the Demogorgon because it didn't seem to have a physical body. It seems to almost be made of, like, smoke or something. So, calling it the Shadow makes sense. Calling it a feeling, though, that's really interesting. And the fact that it almost seems like now I guess it is a part of Will now. Will did absorb it. So now I wonder, is this going to be the thing, is that the Shadow is trying to use Will as a conduit into the I don't want to say the real world, because obviously the Upside Down is the real world, but like the normal world, the physical world, we'll call it that. Yeah, so is, like, maybe it's trying to use Will to get to the physical world. That would be interesting, and maybe it's going to possess Will at some point. Maybe it also, because it's a shadow, maybe it needs a body, it needs a host, and maybe Will is that host. I wrote down Will and 11 because when they were trying to figure out like what's going on with Will, and he really can't articulate like all the things he's thinking and seeing from the shadow, I kind of thought, why can't they just use 11 to, like, could they use 11 and her powers so she can see what he sees and try to describe it? But I did like the whole thing of Will actually drawing it all out on, like, must have been hundreds of pieces of paper, and then Hopper and Joyce putting it all together. I did really like that. And yeah, and I guess Hopper would probably use 11 as a last resort. So yeah, which he may have to do soon, because we have whatever this shadow thing is, and these vines that I guess lead to the Upside Down. They're like vines from the Upside Down or something. So there's that. And plus, eventually, oh god, what's the creature's name? I guess just the Pollywog that Dustin has. But he named it something. It was like Darmanitan. I think Darmanitan is a Pokemon. What was it called? 1 second. Well, I don't even know if I want to look this up. I'm not. No, I'm not going to look that up because I don't want to risk seeing spoilers or something. So, yeah. I wrote down Hawkins because of the Hawkins Research Lab. Boy, that new lead scientist, he is a bullshitter if I've ever seen one. Like, this guy ought to be selling, like, used cars to people. That's how, like, I don't know, it's just strange. He's really deflecting everything. But I don't know what his deal is, and I wonder, are we going to get more of him? Because that was kind of one of my things with Season 1, was that we didn't get a lot of Brenner, actually. It's like, yeah, he was there, but we don't know, like, anything about him, or what he wanted to do, or anything. We could kind of infer that he wanted to use 11's powers to spy on the Soviets, but again, we can only infer that. And yeah, we really didn't get a lot of what he was trying to do, other than just find 11. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what this new guy wants to do, and I still don't know the new doctor's name. Eventually I'll get it, but so yeah. Yeah. I wrote down the vines. Interesting that I like that we're pretty much we are doing something new. It's not just, oh, there's another monster in the Upside Down or something. It's that, well, okay, yes, there is another monster in the Upside Down, but it's doing different things than the Demigorgon did in Season 1, which is interesting because it seems that we have a new Demigorgon in this, with the Pollywog, so that's interesting. And then the last thing I wrote down was Nancy. Clever girl. I would have never guessed that she was that they were purposely going to get themselves caught in order to record what the guy says so that they have proof and can take them down. I like that. That was really clever. I would not have thought, because I was wondering in the last episode, like, they looked over at a guy and he was on his Walkman, and they were like, "Hey, let's go to Radio Shack." And I haven't, like, Nancy's like, "I have an idea," and I was like, "Okay, what's the idea?" And then, they went back to her house, and they had a phone, and she called Mrs. Hollins and was like, "Hey, you meet me, but don't call me back at this line." And it's like, well, that's not an encrypted line, so probably... And then it showed they were... the Hawkins Research Lab was listening in on it, so it's like, what are they planning? And sure enough, when they got caught, I thought, oh, man, they friggin' got caught. Way to friggin' blow it. But then, a complete reversal, complete 180, it reveals that Nancy was recording that the whole time. Interesting that they didn't check her purse. Like, they didn't pat them down, they didn't check her purse for anything like that. Like, they were just completely played. Morons. So, yeah, really like that, and it's going to be interesting to see Nancy just taking them down. I love that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wrote. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Now, a quick thing I will say is that we're going to have something interesting for the next, 5 weeks, because there are 5 more episodes of Stranger Things. But just so you guys know, Mondays are now going to have a shared time slot. Next Monday, I'm going to be starting my reaction series to Torchwood. It's the spin-off to Doctor Who, and yeah, it's going to take over the Monday time slot. However, because Stranger Things is still going to be going on during that time, Stranger Things will continue at the normal time. Basically what I'm going to do is both Stranger Things and Torchwood are going to be uploaded at the same time. So you get 2 videos at the same time. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, you can also watch Torchwood if you want. With Stranger Things, you don't have to. But just so you guys know, in case you were wondering if Stranger Things was going to be pushed to the side because of Torchwood or anything, it's not. So, yeah, that's basically it. I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Stranger Things reactions, I've got the full playlist down here that you can click on. I've also got some other videos you can check out if you want to, and the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. You can also follow me on social media, links below in the description. Thanks for watching.